Greetings and salutations, everybody. Sean here, and let's do this. James Cameron has some statements about Wonder Woman, and I want to address those statements really quick. James Cameron admitted that he enjoyed the movie, but James Cameron also had some negative things to say about the movie. He said that Wonder Woman was an objectified icon. He said the movie was a step back and it was male Hollywood doing the same old thing. Now, that's very interesting considering the fact that Wonder Woman was directed by a female, Patty Jenkins. The screenplay was written by a gay male. Now, I don't think a gay man is going to objectify a woman. That's just me. I could be wrong. But in any event, you want to talk about objectified icons? I'm going to get to that in a second when we bring up Sarah Connor, which is coming up right now. He says Sarah Connor is not a beauty icon. Let's stop right there. First and foremost, what does Diana's beauty have to do with anything? Why are you being judgmental over her beauty? Why are you looking at her beauty as if it's a negative? What's wrong with a woman being beautiful and that beauty being showcased? That's part of her character, beauty, as well as a bunch of other things. So that's the problem right there, where you're sort of being judgmental over somebody because of their looks, but instead of being judgmental because somebody is not attractive, you've been judgmental because somebody is attractive. At least that's the way I take it. So Sarah Connor is a strong, troubled, terrible mother. He's insinuating that she has flaws as a character and as a person, which she does. But she says that because of that, she earned the respect of the audience through pure grit. Well, that's one way to earn respect. You know, Sarah Connor is a flawed woman who was doing her best to raise her child, to train her child, to prepare him for the future where he is an important figure. That is respectful. But there's more than one way to earn respect. And Wonder Woman has earned the respect of the audience. People love the movie, they love the character, and they respect the character. They respect her for her strength, her bravery, her conviction, her sense of duty and honor, her compassion, her caring, everything. They respect Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman has earned the respect of the audience just as much as Sarah Connor. But let's talk about objectification, because you're saying she's an objectified icon. Now, I'm not sure if he's talking about the character herself and her complete history, or if he's just referencing the character in the movie. So we'll just stick with the characters in the movie since we're talking about the Wonder Woman movie. So let's talk about objectification really quick, because the example of Sarah Connor that you're using is the Sarah Connor from Terminator 2. But Sarah Connor from Terminator 2 is different than Sarah Connor from Terminator 1. Sarah Connor from Terminator 2 is a hardened badass who does whatever it takes to learn skills so that she can teach her son the necessary skills and survival techniques that he needs in order to become the man that will be the savior of the human race. But Terminator Sarah Connor, the first Terminator movie, she was just some waitress at a diner whose world got turned upside down when the killer robot came back in time to assassinate her before she could give birth to John Connor. But it's convenient that you overlook that movie. It's convenient that you overlook that, because what was in that movie? Oh yes, it was a nude sex scene. Now granted, it was a tastefully done nude sex scene, but still, it was nude sex scene. Does Wonder Woman have a nude sex scene? No. Wonder Woman doesn't have nudity. It doesn't even have a sex scene. You can sit there and say that Steve Trevor was naked, but you never saw any of Steve Trevor's private parts, so it doesn't count. Besides that, Steve Trevor is the man, so you can't have a naked man and call that objectification of a woman. So Wonder Woman herself in the movie never gets naked. Wonder Woman doesn't have a sex scene in the movie. Now, Wonder Woman does engage in sexual activities in the movie. She has sex with Steve Trevor, but it was done in a way that was sort of like old school movie, old school Hollywood love scene, where they show them kiss and then the camera cuts away to where you know what was happening, but they don't show anything. They don't show anything at all. Whereas in Terminator, Sarah Connor, you see them having sex, you see her naked. So what is considered more of an objectification of women? One who is engaging in a nude sex scene, or one who is not engaged in a nude sex scene? Now, is there anything else I want to say about that? Hurry, sir. Let me gather my thoughts here really quick. Toss my notes down. In any event, I don't know what the hell James Cameron was thinking when he went after Wonder Woman like that. What was he thinking? I want to know what was he seeing from his perspective that made him think she was objectified, that made him think Wonder Woman was a step backwards. In my personal opinion, Wonder Woman is a step forward, because Wonder Woman was able to do something that a lot of people didn't think it was going to do. A lot of people, let's be realistic, there were a lot of people out there who were concerned that this was going to be a feminist agenda movie, that this was going to be a social justice warrior propaganda movie, where Wonder Woman was going to be put up on a pedestal and she was going to make all the men look bad and embarrass all the men in the movie, and the movie can go out of its way to make men look weak just so they can make her look stronger. And it didn't do anything like that at all. As a matter of fact, this movie did a great job of portraying equality. Yes, Wonder Woman, being that she was a demigod, is more powerful than the men in the movie, but never once did she act like it. Never once did the movie, quote unquote, treat her like that. Never once did the movie put down men, seriously put down men in an effort to make her look good. Steve Trevor had just as important role in the movie as Wonder Woman. When you watch the movie, you see Steve Trevor, the man, as her equal, not as somebody who is toting behind her or something of that nature. When Steve Trevor forms that team, and her, Wonder Woman, and the team are out there, and they are going on their mission. Not once did the movie seem like it was trying to push Diana in the front and push them to the background. No, they actually felt like a cohesive team that respected each other, that cared about each other, and they were equals. So Wonder Woman is not a step backwards. It's a step forwards. As far as my opinion goes, and I guarantee you, there are a lot of people out there who feel the exact same way. Now, again, I'm not sure where James Cameron came up with this notion of her being objectified, but I can tell you right now, he is 100% wrong. I don't care who he is. I don't care about his legendary status. The man is a legend in Hollywood. He's a legendary filmmaker. Give him that credit. But even legends can make mistakes. Even legends can get things wrong. And James Cameron got that 100% wrong in regards to his statements about Wonder Woman. Now, that's pretty much all I have to say on that subject. If you have any thoughts or opinions, leave them in the comment section down below. And I will catch you on the flip side.